Ibu Konate. What confidence have we got right now that Ibu Konate is going to stay, that Liverpool will use him this season, that he won't be sold, where he will go? I have not got that much personally. I'm hoping. I do think it's important, ultimately, cards on the table up front, that Ibu Konate stays with Liverpool. And the main reason I keep coming back to, and I know one was, you say, jumping to the conclusion before we talk about this. We've just won the league with pretty much an established back five. You could name them Arne Slot's first choice back five, couldn't you? Or call it a back four if you want to take out Alisson because he's staying. But of that back four, does anyone think it's a good idea for a title-winning back four to replace three of those? And do you believe, honestly, that if you replace three of those, that the rhythm will stay? I don't think it's that straightforward, especially in the way Arne Slot works and the time it maybe just takes to get into that. But if it is Kerkez on the left, Bradley now to be the starter, or Frimpong on the right, and you then wanted to change a centre half for Virgil van Dijk as well. For me, I don't like that at all. But that doesn't mean ultimately that Ibu Konate stays, doesn't he? And I'm sure you saw the stories that came out from the Spanish end last night, as per Marca, wasn't it? Real Madrid are working on another one of their free transfers because Florentino Perez has got that kink, hasn't he? And the summer coming, Ibu Konate is currently the favourite. Now, we mentioned this on the transfer show for weeks on end, and we didn't get good feedback on it. But what about getting good feedback? It was just telling you, as we always do, what we've heard, that PSG have been in his ear. I don't know if there's any exclusive on that by any means. A few journalists have said it. Real Madrid are clearly in his ear. Now, what has Ibu Konate said about this? Just to go back a few weeks ago or so, because he said this in the press zone, he said it in interviews as well. So if you have run with these words, it's important to say. But if we go back just around that title win at Spurs when we won it, he said, "My agent met the club last week, but I don't know what will happen. I cannot say what my agent said to me, but yeah, we will see what happens. I just want to say one thing. Everything you saw on social media is completely fake. I didn't even ask for something from the club. They made me an offer and I replied to them with something." Nice if you just told us what that something was, eh? The rest I want to wait to the end of the contract. All of it is completely fake. So they're saying it's fake, or his words that, that I want to wait to the end of the contract is all fake. So he's telling us that any assumption that I want to wait and go on a free is fake. Okay. But then you hope he signs a new deal and this alleviates all those concerns. Of course it does. But if he doesn't, it seems PSG and Real are in the mix. But PSG, as per the report on the screen there, look like they're about to do a deal for Zabayani for Bournemouth, don't they? Which then means that they're not in the mix straight away for an urgent need, are they, for a centre-half? Because they've got Pacho. He's done so well as there. Yes, there's questions about Marquinhos, but it seems Zabayani fulfills that need, which then also means if they are going to come into the mix for him this summer, how much do you think they're really going to offer us? Because I can't see a scenario where they're going to give us the money we would want or truly value Ibo at. So then you're almost in the lowball situation, aren't you? Of what offer, and then do they accept it? Does that make us look weak? And then also, then this argument holds weight. If PSG only put, and it's theorising, isn't it? Say 30 million quid, something like that on the table. Is that worth taking? Is that worth taking? Or actually, is there an educated decision where you think, sod it, if we keep Ibu and let him go on a free, it's our best chance to win Premier League, Champions League. I don't know. That is a possibility. And people, when I say free, will go, oh, you can't do, and I understand this argument. You can't do it because of what's happened with this summer and the players. Liverpool have got to get out of that method of, just running it. I understand that. But every situation is different. And I do just wonder if he won't sign a new deal and they can only get something like 30 million or so. Because I know what he's worth, but no one's going to play that full worth. They'd be foolish to, wouldn't they, in this situation? And obviously Real Madrid are in his ear at the same time. Would you let him go on a free with the big prizes? It's interesting there. K-Mac says, keep at all costs. And that's one of the big debates, isn't it, around Ibu? To give him whatever, we mean all costs, give him whatever he wants on the wages. All costs, and you've got to keep him this season, even if it means going on a free. I just am struggling with this at the moment. And also, it comes back to this a little bit as well. Ibu talked about leadership, and that's something he talked about while on French duty or his media duties. He said, this shows the coach trusts me. I am a leader, and the coach trusts me to answer all your questions, even the most ambiguous. I'm glad to be in front of you. Now, we know how big the French team is to Ibu. We know he would love to be, and he's angling to be, potentially, if not the captain, part of that leadership team for France. But can Liverpool play this right? Can Liverpool maybe wangle it into the contract, the leadership group that I mentioned it earlier? Can Liverpool say you can achieve your dreams? Has the head been turned already too much? If Liverpool do sign another centre-half, which I think everyone thinks they need, if you think the likes of Diomande has been linked recently from Sporting Lisbon, and people will laugh at this one, but I tell you what, never mock the great Indy Callier, who said, we've contacted Spurs over Romero. Is there elements where, I'm not saying threaten Ibu, don't get me wrong, but tell you what, if you don't sign a new deal, Ibu, you might have an idea of a free transfer, but we will get other options and you can sit on the bench. And then that just damages that Fran dream in his thoughts. That there's different ways of playing this, is what I'm saying in this regard. But as it stands right this second, we'll go back to the original question I asked you at the start, ladies and gents, for your big decision. Are you confident we keep Ibu? What are you prepared to do or agree to for him to stay at Liverpool this season? Because I honestly think I despise the idea. I mean that. I'm not saying that lightly of we've just won the title and changing 3 out the back 4. I don't think that lends itself to building on that success and maybe adding big ears to number 21. Yeah. What would you dangle in front of Ibu? It's funny, people saying leadership group, vice captain, whatever he wants. And then on the other side, can you just give him what he wants? When I come to the end of this, ladies and gents, my job on that one was to lay it all out on the table. But in simple terms for Ibu, Christ, I want him to stay. But there's a lot to work through on this. And I don't say he's staying with any confidence. If you're going to nail me to the wall on this, if he won't agree a new deal for me personally, keep him anyway. I don't like the idea of changing 3 of the back 4. I do think if we're going to win potentially big ears, 21, I keep him anyway. And I get some of you will say sell him, and I totally understand that. There's not a perfect scenario, but it does feel like a big decision that Liverpool have got to make, and they've got to make very, very quickly around Ibu Konate. But there we go, ladies and gents. Leadership group. Salah vice captain for me. Who are the 2 that come in? I made my call. What was yours? Florian Wirtz, give him the ball, get pace, work rate, creativity around him. Just let the boy do damage. Honestly, it's going to be so good next season. I'm nearly salivating. The other side, Ibu Konate. Sell, renew, keep. We know what we want to happen. We know what we're worried about happening. We don't know what exactly will definitively happen. But Liverpool need to sort it quickly. There we go, ladies and gents. 3 big decisions for you to make. But on Monday, the 16th of June, where we hope the transfer window's open and bigger news will follow, that was a big decisions for Anfield Index.